those who are from the physics department, how to think. How to think in an organized, clear way. Also to the university, and also to the land of Punjab, the land of 5 rivers. The interesting thing is, physics department helped shape my thinking, my life. But interestingly, if you look at my Wikipedia page, my physics degree keeps disappearing. Because the poor Monsantos of the world make their living by saying she's not a scientist, she doesn't know science, she's a fraud. So they create such a huge propaganda machinery to wipe out the beautiful time I spent at this university, that even when the introduction was made, she's a food sovereignty or activist, anti-globalization or philosopher, physics and when you were talking about this, I remember, I came here as a science talent scholar, and we used to go to some schools. And I went to the BRC training twice, with the dream to join the atomic energy combination. And I was in the fast breeder experimental reactor for WIMA, in the time when it was going pretty good. And my fondness and love for physics that had been cultivated by our wonderful faculty, and I do want to thank them, it continued. I joined a PhD in particle physics, which was my specialization here. And eventually went on to Canada to do a PhD in the foundations of quantum theory, hidden variables and non-locality. But before leaving for Canada, I wanted to visit some of my favorite forests. Because I'm from the Himalaya, I'm from the Himalayan forest. My father was a forest conservator. And this forest was gone. I couldn't say that there was a forest. It's the first time I experienced the destruction and disappearance of nature. And then I heard about the Chipko movement. So in those years of doing a PhD, I even led a revolution in my university because we used to get smaller scholarships than the Canadians. And I said, we're doing the same studies. My skills are different color. But that doesn't justify that you pay us less. And I did that fight, so I could fly back twice a year and volunteer for the Chipko movement, which is what I did throughout. So I called Chipko. This is my first university of science. Chipko is my university of ecology. And my professors there were very good. They knew everything about every species in that forest. And they showed the connection between the forest, the rivers, the soil. And amazing actions. You think these are timber mines? They taught us the lessons about the fragility of India. And those lessons are needed very much today if you read the news about Himachal, about tunnel collapses in my state in Uttarakhand. And for a lot of people, the discipline of ecology and the discipline of physics are very far apart. But for me, the quantum training of interconnectedness, of non-separation, of non-locality, and the interconnectedness in ecology, of soils and plants, forests, and all being interconnected, is actually the same. The language might be a little different, but the understanding of the flows and the processes is the same. And that understanding we learned from experience. So whatever contribution I have made in the field of ecology is because of that grounding. And one very big contribution of physics, particularly non-mechanistic physics,